from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's Montreal and the Milwaukee Brewers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control at recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
First pitch coming your way next. On the hill and coming off a great start, Quinn Priester. What do we have on him?
Very dominant his last time out. Picked up the win. Only allowed 1 run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
Just about to get underway. Stepping in, Tim Raines. And this one is off and running. The 1-0. Up the middle, and that chance handled. The throw to first. 1 out in the top of the first. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, Tim Raines. Outside low, ball 1. Grissom with another scorching run of play lately. Ground ball left side. Throws to first. 2 quick outs in the top of the first here tonight.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
2 down, bases empty. Now it's the DH, Larry Walker. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. On the ground right side, Terang. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the hill in this one, Ken Hill. What should we keep an eye on here?
So dominant in his last start. Double-digit strikeouts. It's going to be interesting today to see if he's able to have command of his secondary pitches the way he did last time out.
Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Ball.
Line drive to short and caught. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them in part with his legs, Joey Ortiz.
Well, he's making a strong move, hitting exactly 400 over his last 10 games. But the key is he's been swinging the bat, he's been tracking the baseball, and having very quality at-bats at the plate. Batting average is spiking in the right direction, and you know what? His team's loving it right now.
A little bit low. Ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. 1 challenge remaining for them now. The 1-1.
Ball 2.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting third, the catcher.
And now it's William Contreras. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Jackson. Go Rio.
Ha!
Yelich, the runner at first with 2 gone. This one in the air center field. And that is that. Brewers come up empty in the first. Through an inning in Milwaukee. No score on the show.
Step up to the plate, no hesitation. I'm a wild child. Crowd control. Break them lose their mind. We feel no wild out.
Back here in Milwaukee. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Vladimir Guerrero. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties.
Ball.
They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Got him swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Second inning here, no score. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Outside. And that is ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ball.
No question about this one. It's out of here. He circles the bases, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
One down. Here's a big power threat. Andres Galarraga. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that's a foul ball.
No.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. Here's a 2-2. And that
Ball
one
three.
missing low. Draws the
Ball
walk
four,
there.
first base.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Cabrera.
Out towards right center field. Out number 2.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Tim Wallace.
And now Tim Wallace. High fly ball right field. Chorio settles underneath it, and that'll do it. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here at American Family Field, bottom of the second, Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers. The number 3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Stays alive. The 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and
center
just
fielder,
bunched him
number
up
10.
on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Fastball for a strike. Hit in the air, center field. Takes it in for the out.
Batting 7th, the designated hitter, number 9, Jake.
Now here's Jake Bowers. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And a big swing and a miss.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Brewers go down quietly. They trail here 1-0. On to the third inning. Here's the second baseman, Lionel Shields.
Lionel Shields.
C-Ride.
And that one almost hit him. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. The 1-2. In the air, out towards left center. He's got it, and there's one down.
Up next for Montreal, the left fielder, number 30, Jim Ray.
Inside. Yep.
The 1-1. That one fouled off.
Ball 2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 2-2. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
1 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Marcus Grissom. Close,
ball.
but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
Ball 2.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That's a base hit. And a man aboard.
Up next for the Expos, the designated hitter, Larry Walter.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The 1-0. And a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a ground ball, and it kicks off the bag. No throw, and everyone is safe.
It's a hit, and the ball hitting the bag definitely played a factor. Those moments can go either way, and it seemed to work out for the offense in that spot.
1st and 2nd, 1 out. Vladimir Guerrero, and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
That's a ball.
On the ground to the left. And that's just foul.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
2 on, 1 out. This to 3rd. Hamilton. Over to Terrell. 1. Over to 1st.
Yep, he made it.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Oh,
no.
He doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away here in the second game of the series.
High.
The 1-1. This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 5-zip.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
So 2 down, stepping in the long ball threat, Andres Galarraga. That one clips the outside corner, 0-1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Ball, no. Ball.
Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. D.L. Hall, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Sproat getting loose as well. Two down, nobody on. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that keeps the inning going.
Up next for the Expos, the shortstop, Orlando Cabrera.
Rip, but it curls foul. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
Ball, no.
Galarraga off of first with 2 away. This one in the air, center field. Freeland under it, and that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and the lead is now 5-0. Back here in Milwaukee as we go to the last of the third. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out of the left center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
Puts it away for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Base hit, and now 2 aboard.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here comes Christian Yelich. And
That's
in there at the knees for a strike. Way out front for strike 2. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the last half of the third. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Called out on strikes. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. Still 2 challenges left for them. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. Christian Yelich leaves the yard. His first homer of the year, and they cut into the deficit. It's 5-3.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. You saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ballgame.
This one smoked on its way out of here. It's their second home run of the inning.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Jackson Choria will hit next. He's 0 for 1.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that's a 1-out single.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Foul ball there. Chorio leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
South free. The next to hit, wide to center his first time. Grounded to third, could be 2. Tags the runner for 1. And no throw. He's into first easily.
Up next for the Brewers, the designated hitter, number 9, Jake Bauer.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Two on, 2 outs. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Another 1-2. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. In the air, left field. And that will end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Back here at American Family Field as we go to the top of the 4th. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Not close with that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next offering is fouled back. And ball evens the count. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Second baseman, Lionel Shields.
So up next, Lionel Shields. Fly to left his first time. Liner snagged at first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
In the air to left center. Freeland turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. The Expos out front 5-4. Back here at American Family Field. Well, Siggy, his numbers coming in were ridiculous, but this lineup hasn't figured out so far.
Yeah, he's not dealing today. He's dodging. Sure, they've hit him hard, but they still have the lead.
Watch, make them look. You the one, still in light like
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And there's 1 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
The third baseman, number 6, David Hamilton.
Swings through that one. The Brewers down by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. This is Bryce Terang. And that one ripped to left. That is the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We played 4. The Expos have the lead, 5-4.
Now pitching from the
DL
Brewers,
Hall into the game.
37.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Montreal, the center fielder, number 9, Marcus Goodrow.
Well, these guys putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Out front, rip foul. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The next
Ball 1.
offering misses. Ball 1. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying, and it's off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Line drive to short and caught. 1 pitch and 1 out.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. Now it's the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. Tied him up inside with that one.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
This one in the air, center field. Freeland under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Expos, the catcher, number 8, Gary.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Gary Carter. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
On the ground,
Foul.
but it kicks foul. Man on second, 2 down. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Expos on top 5-4. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Number 22, Christian Yelich.
Sliced hard but foul. for a strike. Yelich not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. That knocks them down to one challenge left.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. No challenges left for them now. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
Next for the Brewers, the catcher, William Contreras.
In there for strike one. And he takes a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Reigns on the move. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Chorio up for the 3rd time and takes ball 1. There's a swing and a drive.
Foul. Well, he was ready for that fastball right there. Really turned on it, hit it hard at the distance, but just too much hook to it. So might want to make a little bit of an adjustment, let it travel a little more, and see if you can keep that thing fair.
2 down, nobody on. That one fouled off. 2-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Out to short. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. The Expos have the advantage, 5-4. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
Wake up, do it again. At school on the right, I used to go there. Everybody, mama and cousin used to go there. Can't forget sister and brother now. Oh yeah, if anybody dissed the door, we like, whoa there. Right there used to be the project house. Then they got flipped with the rent on thousand. Moved the folks out near 45, so you might as well say they pay rent on island. Over there used to be the West Side Club. Every night packed with the West Side Cubs. West Side players and the West Side thugs, showing West Side love to the West Side plug. The gas tank in my Chevy down on East, so I stopped by the stove on Mallet Creek. If you want something out of here, it's on me.
Now here is Andres Galarraga.
The first baseman, Andres Galarraga.
Rolled over to third.
That's a foul ball.
The 0-1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Hall goes 6'1", 27 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Ball.
lefty, the 1-0. And that one fouled off. Here's a 1-1. And that's fouled off. Inside, almost got him. Laced into left. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for Montreal.
And here is Tim Wallace. On the ground to third, might be two. Over to Terang, one. On the ball, two. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of the 6th inning. The Expos with the lead 5-4. Back here in Milwaukee, well, we go bottom 6. Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers.
Drive.
That's out to center field, and there's one down.
Up next for the Brewers, the center fielder, number 10, now, Brewers.
Ball outside.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground, and it goes just foul. Swing, and a ball popped in the air, and it falls. And they had their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next for the Brewers, Jake Bowers. And the 0-1. And a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ken Hill out of the game, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Cole Henry. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Well struck left field, carrying well. And brings it in at the wall. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Up next for the Brewers, the third baseman.
Up now for Milwaukee, David Hamilton.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order. He's struggling as of late, but a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team.
That one at the knees for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
2 on, 2 outs.
Ball
That
one.
missed.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
That's
No,
outside.
that's the ball.
Ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one ripped, but foul. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. 3-2 now.
That's a really good take.
Bryce Terang in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a payoff pitch. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
I'm a legend, they gon' try to act like we ain't had it. They can't overlook the way we made it happen, so I'm born out of legend.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jared Koenig.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Leading off for the Expos, the second baseman, Lionel.
On the ground to first, Vaughn. He'll do it himself. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Now the left fielder, Tim Raines. He blasted 1 out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Rap dude, travel the world like Nat Geo. Work myself through the beat.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Angel Serpa, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Uribe getting cranked up as well. Hit on the ground to short. Ortiz. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Expos, the center fielder, number 9, Marcus Grissom.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Two down, nobody on. And down on strikes. 3rd out. The Expos out front 5-4.
I can't never stop till I reach the top. I can't
ain't never stayed. Yeah, I ain't reading the deep. Know if you hit me, you come with a feet. All of the drip, can't get it for cheap. I hit a cat when you giving a speech. I'm at the top, so they gunning for me. I gotta eat us up on a petite. Lay all the sauce when I go on the beat. My competition, it
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jake Irvin.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Back to the top of the order. Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. 1 for 3. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt. Well, off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base, maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one. Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field. If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
On the ground, right side, Shields slings to first in time.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
So digging in, William Contreras. He's already homered in this game. That clips the corner. You're not just talking about the ability to pick, Chris. One of the things about him, the range is impressive as he's able to go to his right and get to those balls in the hole. That one the other way. And that puts the tying run on base.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving. A walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. They'll keep their remaining challenge. In the air, right field. And that will end the inning. Brewers strand one. They trail it 5-4.
Comes the mic when I come through. Here comes the mic when I come through. Get up, stand up, get things better. Nothing's gonna change if you give up. Say what?
Ready to begin the 8th. And now the DH, Larry Walker.
No. That's a ball.
Well, you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
2-0 the count. Here it comes.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
The 2-1. On the ground, right side, Terang. Over to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.